Facebook is often overlooked as a channel for B2B lead generation. However, if it's utilized properly, it can often outperform all other channels. Now, most Facebook guides on YouTube focus on B2C and e-commerce. However, in this guide, I am specifically going to run you through some B2B marketing strategies for lead generation on Facebook. By the end of this video, you will fundamentally understand everything you need to set up and successfully run a B2B lead generation campaign on Facebook that draws leads to you in a consistent basis on autopilot. So firstly, make sure you're utilizing lead generation forms. They're less friction, so you tend to get more leads, and Facebook has a feature called lead filtering, which allows you to ask questions within the lead form that's native on Facebook, and you can tell Facebook what a qualified lead is and what an unqualified lead is. This acts as a feedback loop that helps Facebook learn who the most qualified leads are, and therefore it will push your ads in front of more qualified people. Lead generation forms also bypass all of the iOS update and privacy issues that a lot of people are seeing on Facebook. Because the lead forms are native to Facebook, you don't encounter the common issues that are present now with Facebook pixels. Next up, make your ads very, very obvious. Facebook can read the ad text you put in, the headlines, the landing page you link to your adverts, the copy, it knows what you're saying in your videos, so it can get a really clear understanding of what your advert is about and who it's for. If your adverts are vague, you will get vague leads. If your adverts clearly say who they are for by stating exactly who your target audience is in the headline, for example, and they clearly explain what the offer is, you will get people completing your lead form who are firstly in your target audience and secondly are aware what they're going to get from completing the lead form. Being vague can bring in a high quantity of leads, but you'll find those leads are unqualified and they'll be very, very difficult to schedule into your calendar. So I hope you're enjoying these tips so far. I have loads more to come. If you are enjoying so far and you could consider leaving a like, I would genuinely really appreciate it. Additionally, if you want to see more content that's designed to help you grow your business, all you need to do is press subscribe. Let's continue. Next, use B2B specific targeting features within Facebook. Over time, Facebook has added more options for B2B targeting, such as targeting IT decision makers or targeting people who work at certain sized companies. These options can help increase the quality of your leads, but ultimately, if your ads are very specific about your target audience and the offer that you are presenting to them, what you want to be doing is testing at least 3 different audiences by using one campaign, 3 different ad sets, and a different audience within each ad set. Then utilize campaign budget optimization to allow Facebook to pick the audience that is best to bring you the highest quality results. Next up, after the lead gen form that you're using, because I advised you should send prospects to a landing page that firstly primes them for the next steps of the process, and secondly allows them to directly book into your calendar. A lot of the time, the issues that we find with people running ad campaigns aren't the ad campaigns or the lead generation themselves, it's actually the lead follow-up and the sales process, which is where they fail. So by sending prospects to a landing page with a video that explains what your solution is, gives a bit of background, testimonials and case studies, you prime people for the sales process and you allow them to directly book into your calendar, so you bypass the issue with people scheduling. Don't get me wrong, not everyone is going to schedule. It's unrealistic to expect that they will, and you do have to follow up with all of your leads. That's a huge part of every marketing campaign that most people tend to overlook. But by sending people to a landing page, you will at least mop up a large percentage of the people who will immediately book into your calendar and will be way easier to turn into sales. And that leads me on to my final point. Realize that lead follow-up is just as important as the campaign that brings in the leads itself. So often I see campaigns that objectively work. Really good cost per lead, high quantity of leads, consistent leads, and quality leads. However, those leads don't get closed and therefore the marketing campaign is deemed a failure. In almost every instance of this happening, the reason those leads aren't closed is because the sales development reps or the company that is acquiring the leads simply isn't following up with them. So if your campaign is working, and by working I mean you're acquiring leads at a reasonable cost and those leads are qualified, but you're not actually closing anything, realize that you have a sales problem and likely a follow-up problem and not a marketing problem. This is very, very common. The issue is everyone blames the marketing function, when in reality, if they just took a look at a simple lead follow-up sequence, they could easily double the amount of leads they schedule, or even more than that in some instances. Now, I'm about to give you a quick fire summary of everything we've just talked about, just to cement it in your brain. However, before that, I just want to let you know that my company, Tech Growth Marketing, is currently offering free growth strategy sessions. I can walk you through everything you're doing at present, understand your exact situation, and give you bespoke advice to set up a marketing campaign to drive more sales in your business. You can apply for that via a link in the description below. It's only available to companies that are ready to scale up. If you're just starting, unfortunately, this probably isn't for you. Additionally, if you've enjoyed this video and you want to see more, if you could consider leaving a like or subscribing, I genuinely would really appreciate it. Obviously, you don't have to. And also, if you have any questions or if there's content you want to see, leave a comment. And again, I personally will get back to you. So here's the quickfire summary. B2B lead generation strategies on Facebook. Use lead generation forms native to Facebook and lead filtering to both increase the quantity and quality of the leads you receive. Avoid vague ads. Make sure your ads are obvious. They should directly call out your target audience and be very clear in what they're actually offering. Then use the new B2B targeting features within Facebook to increase lead quality and ensure you test a minimum of 3 different audiences with every campaign you run. Once a prospect has submitted the lead form, send them to a landing page with a video that primes them for your sales process and allows them to directly book into your calendar. You will still have to follow up with prospects, but this will mean you have to follow up with less. Then, and this is the most important point and where most people fail, realize that lead follow-up is just as important as acquiring the lead itself. Most sales are made on the 5th to the 8th point of contact, so don't follow up with leads once and wonder why you're not closing. Those are the most effective B2B lead generation strategies on Facebook. I really hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'll see you again in another one soon.